tenant in the building. Are you?
We're all tenants in this building.
What
We see what we see now. It doesn't get as filtered as it used to before. You only see it on TV, you only see it on the newspaper.
Please don't come close to me.
Taking pictures, calling the cops.
Please.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
I think this has become another lit match and a powder keg of people just wanting to take a stand.
You trapped in his breathing right there.
Let me see a pulse.
It wasn't just George Floyd. There were so many situations within the past month, within the past 6 months, where I've been seeing these things.
I caught it, Mo. It's okay. I seen it twice.
You guys see this?
I do. I sure do see it.
More and more people in the United States and around the world are finally waking up to the fact that this has been the status quo in our communities, and we need to stop it.
There is an African-American man.
I see this racism here.
I got this all on camera. Watch out.
Memorial Day is coming up. That is an important American tradition.
Morning clouds for sure. We will see some sun as we head into the afternoon.
I was in my backyard and I was checking Facebook and I came across the video my brother posted privately. And as soon as I heard the way in which he called for police, it just kind of hit me in the gut.
There is an African-American man. Please send the cops immediately.
I was so angry and I was upset because I just imagined my brother being there when the police arrived and being slammed to the ground. That's all that the image I kept seeing. So I said, Chris, can I post this to Twitter? I'm just very familiar with how Black Twitter can very quickly spread the word and identify people. I wanted to make sure that if my brother was birding again, he'd never encounter her doing that to him and that no one else would either. I have a teenage daughter and I said, well, maybe it'll go viral. And she laughed at me. She said, Mom, you need like 10,000 views for it to go viral. And as the day progressed, it kept increasing. Now there's over 44 million views. I wanted the world to see it. That kind of weaponized racism, I was just done. I was through. People were responding to that and saying, what if the police came? On the heels of that, we saw what happens when the police comes.
We'll figure things out, right?
It was this footage that went viral.
I don't really even want to show you, but we have to show you a few minutes of this 10-minute video.
Mr. Floyd should have not died. He should still be alive today.
I'm a tenant in the building. Are you?
It was a day after the whole incident happened with George Floyd in the same city. It actually happened literally like 5 minutes away from where we were at. He was the first person who whipped out his phone and started taking pictures of us. So we thought, to protect ourselves, we should record and document this as well.
What office?
So we have an office here, and this guy came accusing us we can't be here.
What office are you in?
Don't worry about that. We don't have to tell you.
I'm calling 911 now.
Calling 911 for non-emergency reasons or threatening for non-emergency reasons should have some sort of consequence behind it. It's not a hotline that you just call for anything. With a climate like this, if the cops showing up, guns blazing, it could have gone a whole different way. People were sharing, they were doing so much research. Yeah. The thing is, there's so much of this that happens every day that goes unseen, that doesn't get documented.
I will watch videos of like what I call the Karens.
Hi, I'm asking you if this is your property.
I refuse to watch the videos of Black people being killed. I see it as an extension of terrorism against Black people because the psychological and emotional impact of watching that is horrific.
We know that there are inherent dangers.
I was watching a Minneapolis press conference. A few moments later, they showed part of the video of George Floyd. There was no warning. And I heard him call out mama. And I'm a mom of 3. And it just cut through to me. And I said, I can't sit here. I have to get out. The next day I went to the Fairfax protest in LA. It felt good to be on the street. It felt good to be there with so many people and so many white people.
Overnight, police did use tear gas to disperse the crowds. At least one man is dead this morning.
What was really conflicting is due to COVID and being in quarantine and being in the house, I've unfortunately developed more of a relationship with my phone because I'm not out doing the things that I would usually be doing. Things were changing every single day where you kind of felt the need to stay informed.
The latest spark is this middle of the night post.
Once the looting starts, the shooting starts. This is the messages that we're seeing. I don't know if you on social media because the news don't tell you everything.
Every day there was a new revelation, or every day something changed from the day before. We're all just at a point where we are super fed up with the same thing happening over and over and over again, to the point where people are not afraid to call out their friends, and they're not afraid to call out their family or call out brands or publications that take from Black culture but don't give anything when it's important to.
We, the National Football League, admit we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier.
It's kind of bittersweet because I'm not going to applaud what should have been happening from the beginning, but at the same time, I've never seen some of the people in my life speak out the way that they have, and I am grateful because it's actually making changes.
My brothers and sisters in America, we love you. We with you.
When I saw the UK protesting, I had tears. I was so moved. That's when I knew we had a movement that had really caught fire.
We must never forget that economics was the reason that Black people were brought to this country. We came to do the agricultural work in the South and the textile work in the North.
You know, I'm a Gen Xer, I'm not a millennial, so I have my old lady crotchety things about social media. But imagine if Martin Luther King had a Facebook, like the way in which, you know, information could have been sent out, the opportunity to view and see things as they authentically were, as opposed to how they were spun widespread in the media.
Could you please stop recording? No, this is for the people, so they can see, even in Montclair, what we are living with, even in Montclair.
Black Lives Matter really originated as a message and a platform to connect Black people back to our history and our traditions of community organizing. I oftentimes take stock of the time we're in and just feel so grateful to be alive in this moment where we have the types of tools and technologies to do the work that we've done and to have it have the kind of reach. But the reality is that so many freedom fighters did it in a context without this technology. They figured out a way to get their message across.
I'm going to call their names because they need to be heard. Francis Cooper and Margaret Eversley Cooper, my parents, were young, avid activists in the civil rights movement, and just about any movement you name. So there's a similarity there. But what they didn't have was social media. That can reach, as we know, worldwide. It can strike a chord. It can identify someone who's done something wrong right away. It's a tool that can be unnerving and used incorrectly, but it's also a wonderful grassroots tool.
I was born in '98, so this is kind of like the only thing that I know. I think it's the support that they're getting and the fact that they know that they'll have multiple people behind them.
You know, no matter what technology or tools we have, we still can find the courage within to do what we can with what we have. Black people have always been resisting, have always been trying to transform their lives.
We will shape and mold this country, or it will not be molded and shaped at all.
The circumstances that we have faced for nearly 500 years.
The message definitely got heard this time.
We're very happy to have a platform to help address these issues. and their spirit kind of lives on.